Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing today? What does that start? That is 9 minutes, 33 seconds. All right. How is it going? Let's see the chat. I was watching a video. Air Dragon, greetings and salutations. Hey, what up, Air Dragon? We're in the G in the chat. All right, we got a little dance off right over there. Sweet. So, Reefer Sage. All right. Let's see. What do we got? We're gonna turn on display capture. Okay, cool. So, what we're doing today? Let me turn off the music. So, what we're doing today? Morning. We're going to be checking out this trading news. I read the article at work. So I was at work. I kind of leafed through the article. I didn't watch the video. So we're going to actually react to that, or I am specifically. And then you guys can, if you want, in chat. We're going to react to the video live here on stream. Then afterwards, if we need to, we will reference the article for any missing information if we need to. And then we'll give like a summary breakdown. And then, yeah, that'll just be like the focus of the stream. So let's go ahead. I got the video ready to go. Doing good. Just got a text call. Mage done because school is canceled tomorrow. Okay, so let's break to it. And also, I mean, Air Dragon, Reefer Sage, you guys were here yesterday. You took part in that train. Thank you so much, guys. Like, thank you so much. That was absolutely insane yesterday. You guys went absolutely berserk. All right, let's check this out. Let's make sure we can see it. Yeah. Kids are happy. Work will happen no matter what. Like, we would need feet of snow. Okay. All right, let's get into it. So, for those who don't know, welcome. Hi, I'm Babbling Bike. This right now is a live stream, but we plan on clipping this out and uploading it to YouTube. We're going to be reacting to the video about the trade-in item factions that are going to be coming to Last Epoch. I checked out the article a little bit. I have not seen this video. This is a live reaction. So we're gonna watch the video. We're gonna give a summary at the end, and if need be, we will take a look at the article to fill in any missing gaps. So let's begin.
I'm Judd Kobler, founder of 11th Hour Games and game director for Last Epoch.
All right.
Today, we will be discussing the highly anticipated item faction system coming to the full release of Last Epoch on February 21st. We're very excited to release this innovative new way for players to participate in the deep and rewarding item hunt that Last Epoch offers in the way that they like to play.
Sweet!
By joining the Merchants Guild, you will be able to buy, sell, and trade items through the bustling bazaar. Or, if you choose to join the Circle of Fortune, you'll set your sights to the stars and be able to bolster your item acquisition through prophecies and increased item drop rates. This system is the result of many years of debating what the ideal trade system should look like in a loot-based action RPG. Tons of collaboration with our amazing community.
Okay, so let's pause it right there real quick. So, in case you didn't know, the trading that's going to be coming to... Dawn. The trading that's going to be coming to Last Epoch, there's going to be a trading faction and then a faction where you don't really trade. I mean, if they're in your party, from what I understand, and it drops, you can trade with somebody who was there when it happened, which is a system we already have in place right now. These are going to be the two different factions. Actually, I should just let the guy...
and many sleepless nights of game design meetings with our game design team. We found through extensive polling that players of action RPGs are split nearly down the middle when it comes to those who want their experience to heavily involve trade and an economy, and those who want to focus on finding items themselves or with close friends. We believe that through the item faction system, we will deliver a tailored and exciting path to hunt for top-tier items for both camps of players. In Last Epoch 1.0, you will join a faction once you reach the great mercantile city of Majelka. When you select to join...
So that's probably going to be at the end of the campaign, because in the campaign we don't reach Majelka until like near the end. Well, actually, I don't know if it'll be the end, because they might be releasing more to the campaign. Non-spoilers, but let's just say if you're playing the campaign, you get to a point where, wow, we're going to have to figure this out. And then that's where the game introduces you to monoliths. It brings you to a moment, and yeah.
In the Merchant's Guild or the Circle of Fortune, a new interface will become available that will let you access details about your current status with your faction, known as Reputation, how much favor you currently have, and what benefits your faction is currently providing you. Let's talk about these briefly. Reputation within a faction is a core part of how the faction is going to be benefiting you on your journey. As a representative of that faction, you will continue to increase your reputation by killing enemies and completing quests. For the Merchant Guild, this includes participating in the Bazaar and completing trades at your current level. And for the Circle of Fortune, this means completing prophecies that will divine certain items after fulfilling the
deaths of a rare enemy, any dungeon, you get a unique ring. Okay, so you complete these prophecies. They're like bounties, basically. You complete this bounty under this condition, you get something. That's Circle of Prophecy. Trading guilds seem pretty straightforward. You find items, and then you can trade them. All right, we gotta watch more.
Foretold conditions. Through earning reputation, you will ascend ranks within your faction, earning you unique benefits and options. Once you have earned reputation within a faction, that reputation stays with your account in that game mode. This means if you rank up a cycle character, all of your other cycle characters will have that rank when they join the same faction.
Okay, wait. If this is going to be a grind, is this going to be like the Diablo 4, reputation system all over again? Like that was a chore. It's good to know that all characters will have this, but okay, we'll probably see on release.
Faction and contribute to that faction's reputation gain.
LE is fun.
You may switch factions and earn and maintain reputation with them.
So we can switch back and forth
to your earned reputation with the other. There are currently 10 ranks to achieve in each faction, with the later ranks requiring quite a bit of commitment in order to obtain. So while you have the freedom to change your faction at any time, you will want to pick a faction and stick with it to reach the most powerful benefits that they have to offer. It is important to note that you can only be a member of one faction at any given time per character, and items earned with the benefits from those factions will require that you are aligned with them in order to use them.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is a rogue bow. It's a legendary bow. You have to be rank 5 with... I can't see which faction that is to use it. Okay.
So most players will want to stick to a faction that rewards their preferred playstyle. Next, let's talk about favor. Favor is the currency you will earn while slaying enemies or completing quests for each of the factions. Favor is separate from reputation. This currency can be used to either complete trades with the Merchant's Guild or acquire new prophecies from the Circle of Fortune.
Okay.
And if you find yourself with excess favor, you can always spin the wheel with the Faction Gambler. Item gifting to party members has been in the game for a while now, and it isn't going anywhere. However, it's important to note that once you have joined a faction, items will start being tagged with the faction you were part of when they dropped.
Gains faction requirements when traded between players. Gains faction requirements when fouled. When fouled with cough benefits. They probably mean found? Unless fouled means something and it's just completely going over my head right now. Okay.
This means that while questing, if you are a member of the Merchant's Guild and an item drops for you, that item will still be shareable with anyone who is in the party, like always, and be available to be sold, provided that you meet the rank requirements in the Merchant's Guild Bazaar. Just be sure that the person you are trading it to also meets the same faction requirements.
Got it.
The last use case we wanted to solve for are friends who choose to play together and just want their own little trade group, which brings us to resonances, which are a new type of item that can be found when you are
Used to gift an item and bypass normal gifting restrictions. Can be used with exalted or legendary items. I know he's probably about to explain what a resonance is, but...
With your friends or party members. This item can be used to enable an item to be gifted specifically to the player that you have a resonance with, even if they weren't there when the item dropped. We know a lot of times players will play with their friends and then...
Wait, what? Oh, bro. Is that going to be Merchant Guild and... wait, no, well, if you're in the Merchant Guild, you can trade anyway, right? That's going to be Circle of Fortune, right? No. Okay, let's finish the video.
Later, you'll be soloing a piece of content, and the perfect item drops for your buddy. Well, thanks to the new resonance system, you will be able to give them that perfect item the next time you see them. As those of you who love loot-based action RPGs know, trade and economy is a very complex and divisive issue to solve for when catering to a large player base and different playstyles, while keeping the item acquisition hunt feeling great. We can't wait to get your feedback on the system that we've come up with alongside you, and we thank you for all of your continued input and passion for helping make Last Epoch the next great action RPG. There is so much more to explore with the item faction system, so check out the deeper dive we have on our forums, and we look forward to seeing you in Last Epoch February 21st.
All right. That is the video. It does seem a little basic. The article I was looking at was very detailed. Okay. Let's read some of these messages. Ward over on YouTube. Hey there, February 21st. Is it going live then? Yes. What happened today, Ward, is we learned more about the trading factions that are going to be in the game. You're going to have two factions. You're going to have the Merchants Guild and the Circle of Fortune. The Merchants Guild, you can find items and you can trade with other players and put them in like an auction house style thing, I think was my understanding. And then the Circle of Fortune is you get better drops on stuff, but your trading is vastly limited. We're about to go look through the article. We just watched the video. It was clearly, they were not lying. It does say developer overview. That was a clear overview. Yeah, Air Dragon. That was my concern too, because let's go ahead, shut that down. Air Dragon, that was my concern too, because, well, I don't know about that. Like, I don't care how hard it takes to level, but if it's going to take, I don't know, like if I'm playing every day for 3 hours a day and it takes me 3 weeks to max out a faction, and then, like, let's say I want to do the other one, playing 3 hours a day, every day, max out the other one. That's a month and a half, roughly. Well, a cycle is going to be like, what, 3 months? So I got to play 3 hours a day for a month and a half to fully unlock it, and then I got to do it all over again. Now, obviously, Reefer Sage brought up a really good point. Last Epoch is fun. And you're going to be leveling that up in a way of like how you're already playing the game anyway. You're going to be running monoliths, running dungeons, possibly doing arena, and doing that stuff. Whereas Diablo, you had to do these very specific tasks to unlock that reputation. Whereas this, you're just going to be playing the game. So my concerns might be unfounded. Because if I'm just playing the game anyway, and I unlock stuff for this, then there we go. I think my main con is seems you have to do. Oh, okay, never mind. Resonance seems cool. Wonder how to acquire and do that. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the article that also came with this. Let's move that onto stream. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, we just watched the video about the factions. It clearly was just an overview. It looks like most of the information is probably going to be available here in the article, so we're going to just skim through it. I don't want to spend the entire stream just reading this article. Brief history. Okay, as many of you know, a balanced trading system is one of the most challenging issues to tackle in a loot-based game. Seriously, look at Diablo 3 Auction House. Many players do not want to play an ARPG unless there is a trade economy. I mean, I've been playing Last Epoch without a trade economy. On December 22nd of 2022, we announced our plans for the item gifting system as our version of trade. This is designed to fulfill what felt was the core necessity to trade, to be able to share with items with friends you're playing with while protecting the itemization systems we had built elsewhere in Last Epoch. Thankfully, our community was great enough to let us know that they needed more. What are item factions? Okay, let's take a quick look at this. One of the most common suggestions we received, and what other games have tried, was to have different cycles for trade or trade free. This solution wouldn't work for us, so it would mean dividing the player base away from each other, increasing overhead for itemization, and balancing what would be effectively 2 games. The answer: item factions. Okay. So the Merchants Guild grants the ability to trade items with other players through the bazaar and player to player. Circle of Fortune grants boosts to items you find yourself through prophecies and passive bonuses. Okay, so we did get an overview of this. We're gonna have 10 stages to this. They said it'll be kind of like leveling in Last Epoch. You'll just kind of go through it at a good click, and then you're gonna get near the end of it, and then it's gonna be a bit of a grind to reach all 10 ranks. On this panel, you'll find rank and reputation. Reputation with a faction is never lost or spent. It is also shared across your account. That means if you rank up one character to Circle of Fortune rank 7 on hardcore, any of your hardcore cycle characters upon joining Circle of Fortune will both share and contribute to the same rank progression. All right. Favor is a primary currency with a faction, separate from reputation. Favor is the currency you will use to interact with the faction mechanics and grants reputation when spent. With the Merchants Guild, you will need favor to list an item, to sell, or to purchase an item. With Circle of Fortune, you will need favor to acquire prophecies. Favor can only be earned by slaying enemies and completing quests, which is what we kind of already do anyway. The amount of favor you gain with kills depends on experience the enemy gives. So we kill enemies and we earn favor, and favor is the currency. So are we not going to be using gold? Are we not going to be using gold as on the auction house? Faction vendors that we can both trade favor in exchange for rewards. Gifting faction items, Merchants Guild. In the words of Nama, the Merchants Guild is a ship guiding you. Okay. Okay, here's the rank rewards. Trade basic items, trade set items. If you're on the Merchant Guild, trade basic items, trade set items, trade specific unique items, trade idols, trade exalted weapons. So in order to trade legendary items, you'll have to be rank 10. Okay, buying items. To buy items to the Merchants Guild, see numerous stalls. Speaking of stall vendor, will open a bazaar search window. This will list all items currently for sale from players all across the world who are participating in the same game mode, so no cross game mode, such as hardcore cycle. We wanted to ensure that there was no obfuscation and unnecessary limitations while with searching the bazaar. We also want to make sure there's no guesswork with what you're buying, so we try to make the UI for each item clearly display the important information. With the bazaar, we wanted to make sure players have the power they need to find what they're looking for, and you'll find options here you won't find in the loot filter. Once you find the item, you'll need to make sure you have what you need to purchase the item, including faction rank, favor costs, and the amount of gold. So we will be using gold. Select buy, selling items to sell items to the Merchants Guild, blah, 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 blah. With the stall open, you'll be able to view your list of items upon placing the item in the Merchants Guild. So basically like an auction house. Circle of Fortune. So I was already planning on playing SSF. The tax is the faction point cost. Oh, interesting. So I was planning on playing Circle of Fortune anyway, because I was going to be playing SSF most likely. I don't know how the trading faction is going to work. The trading factions is going to work if you're playing SSF. So it almost feels like Circle of Fortune is a given in that particular case. Circle of Fortune is definitely your style if you're SSF. Well, here's the thing. I was planning on playing SSF for like a week and maybe booting up a different character. I just wanted to play solo for a little while and then play with everybody else for another week, and then I'm probably going to be back to work. Circle of Fortune also grants exceptional, powerful, passive bonuses to your items. Rank rewards. Okay, so here is the Circle of Fortune's rank rewards. Enemy item drop chance. Enemies have 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. Nice. Upgraded Rune of Ascendance. 45% chance of Runes of Ascendance to be preserved when used on an item that requires at least Circle of Fortune rank 1. Very nice. Idol drop chance. Whenever an idol drops, there's a 25% chance for 2 or more to drop at the same time. Oh, dude. Affixes are 50% more likely to be exalted. What? 35% chance for double rewards from Monolith Echoes. Uniques are twice as likely to have legendary potential. T7 affixes are twice as common. Items that would drop as rare above level 44 have a 25% chance to just become exalted. When a set item would drop, the whole set drops instead. Jeez. Oh my god. Items from prophecies are duplicated. Jeez. Who's going to be in the merchant guild? Play the game like we're already playing right now? And just get way more favor. Get way more everything. What do you guys think? Dude, prophecy events, prophecy awards. We saw that in the video. It looked like prophecies were basically bounties. Lenses are items that can be purchased from your faction vendor when slotted into a telescope. Lenses are permanent items, so once you purchase a lens, this feels like a blessing. Yeah, this feels like a blessing, how you can modify that. Focusing lens for idols, obscuring lens of battle, faction rank rewards for lenses, resonances. Okay, here we go. This is what you're asking about, Air Dragon. While resonances are technically separate from the item faction system because we had mentioned them in the original developer blog regarding item factions, we felt it only makes sense to talk about them here. So let's talk a bit about resonances with 1.0. Resonances are a new item type which drop when you've played alongside a player for an extended period of time. Using a resonance on an item will enable it to be gifted to that player, even if they are not present when the item is dropped. When a resonance drops, it will drop with the player name in the item card to show who it enables gifting with. As you may notice from the example label, there are different types of resonances. Obsidian is required for legendary, exalted, and golden, which are required for unique, set, rare, magic, or normal. Upon picking up a resonance, it is placed in your inventory and be stored into your gifting inventory when you store crafting materials. Once stored, when you open a gifting window to a player, you will have a flyout menu to select a resonance to use for the gift. Resonances are consumable, so pay heed. So someone you play with while it drops, and you can gift any item meeting the resonance. Yeah, and it sounds like it's consumable. It sounds like it's a slap it and go. It's like a sticker. I found this item. Do I have any stickers? Oh, here's a sticker. Slap it on. Boom. Goes out the door. One of the big questions we often see about resonance is how long is an extended period of time? The answer is it depends. The amount of time required to have a resonance drop is slightly random. Though golden resonances will be more common than obsidian resonances, we also want to make sure resonances aren't used for pseudo trading as a way to bypass the merchant guild's requirements to trade items. So you can expect these drops to be fairly infrequent. I mean, this is just a lot of not one-time special delivery for a multiplayer buddy. And it sounds like this has got to be like a buddy, like somebody you play with all the time. Like, it depends. There's no information. It's no like, oh, between an hour and 2 hours or 4 hours, you play with them and then you get this resonance. It might happen. We don't know how long it will take, but you'll get one if you keep playing with your buddy. The way to bypass them. And it doesn't say if this is restricted only because they say it's outside of the item faction system. So we don't know if this is strictly merchant or Circle of Fortune or both. Oh, okay. So RMT. I mean, I already feel like RMT is probably going to be a thing, though, right? With trading in the game, there's probably already RMT for like what, gold? You could trade gold in the game, right? No, you can only gift. Never mind. However, we'll of course be watching feedback and adjusting based on how people feel about them. Thank you everyone for joining us for this deep dive in the upcoming item faction system. Official Discord server at discord.gg/lastepoch. I'll have to join that. More upcoming information, make sure to keep an eye on Icy Veins and Max Roll. Okay, guys, let's give an overview about everything. Here's a summary. Trading is coming to Last Epoch. That is more than our little gifting system we got right now, which is play with somebody, and if they're there when the item drops, you can gift the item to them. Very basic trading system. So we're going to have two different factions. You're going to have the Merchants Guild, and you're going to have the Circle of Fortune. Circle of Fortune definitely feels like a solo player's dream. I mean, you can do bounties. You have higher drop chances on items. Your trading is vastly limited as compared to Merchant Guild, but you can still gift if you're in the Circle of Fortune, but there's going to be restrictions based off each other's ranks in the Circle of Fortune. If you find items while you're a member of the Circle of Fortune, you cannot like switch, because you can switch back and forth. You can switch between Circle of Fortune and Merchants Guild. So if you're on Circle of Fortune and you find items, you can't bank those items, switch back to Merchants Guild, and then sell said items. You will not be able to do that. Items that are found as Circle of Fortune, you find them and you can trade them to a buddy if they were there when it's dropped. And then there's ranks. In the Merchants Guild, each rank means what item you can trade. There's going to be a bazaar, they said. It sounds a lot like an auction house. It's going to have a whole trading economy, and depending on your rank is what you can trade. Limited auction house access. You unlock slots to sell stuff with faction levels. Only people that have played the faction can buy stuff and also equip. Exactly. And I believe when I was at work and I was reading this, once an item has been sold, you can't turn around and resell it again. It is now officially done. Circle of Fortune has me written all over it. I get better drops playing the game. I already love playing, and it just gets better the more I rank it up. I'm going Circle of Fortune. Though I will try out the Trading Guild to see if it's fun. But on launch, I'm playing Paladin and I'm playing Circle of Fortune. Yeah, I mean, I think this needs to be tuned right here. Like, this is awesome, but like, bro, like double the T7 affixes. Uniques are twice as likely to have legendary potential. Okay, I like this one. I don't want them to change that. How many times have we found a unique with no legendary potential? 35% chance to double the rewards if they drop that down to 30. 50% chance more likely to be an exalted affix. I mean, this is just nuts. If they keep this in place, then holy moly. Okay, that's it. That's the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm not just going to cut out this segment and upload it. It will definitely be condensed, but if you were here in the live audience, thank you very much. If you're interested in my live streams, information is available in the description down below. Anyway, you guys take care. Have yourselves a good one. Cheers. All right, guys, that was trading in last Epoch. All right, let's see what is going on. Yeah, Ward, I answered your question, right? Yeah, February 21st is when the game's coming out. And we're learning more about what the game's going to finally look like on February 21st. That's why I'm over here geeking out about the trading factions and all that. I hope I didn't ignore you. I mean, kind of necessary for buying on purchase, so you don't like buy out all of an item. Oh, yeah, and create a stranglehold, yeah. Corner the market or scalping, right? You go through, you buy everything, and then you sell it at double the price. Someone who plays a lot of ARPGs, this is one of the most unique takes on how to do all of this. Yeah, so Air Dragon, how about you educate me a little bit if you got time today, sir? Yep, I put it on your wish list. All right, that sounds great, Ward. How about you educate me if you got some time on this? How is trading in Path of Exile? Let's turn the music back on. All right, let's get into some gameplay. Let me see. We started around 9 minutes 33 seconds. We ended around 40. Let's put 43 for gameplay. I mean, you got to the same instance and trade an item, straight barter. We both hit accept and we trade. Okay, so we're in the same area. We approach, we click trade. Here's item. We accept the terms and conditions. Item traded. There's like no auction house, but you can trade anything. Trading PoE is meant you use a website and PM people from it and join a party and go to the hideout to trade. Okay, I got you. Or if you already know them, is there like any like, you know how you guys remember RuneScape like way back in the day? I don't even remember the name of that town, but it was like the town where everybody would go. Like I'm talking way back in the day, man. Like I played RuneScape in like 2002. Like I can't remember the town. Like back when it was like still like a 2-bit looking thing, you know, 2D. Everybody would just go to the same town and then just be typing, selling this, selling that, selling this, and eventually the Varrock. There we go. Is there a place like that in Path of Exile? Like everybody's just like, this is the trading place. Okay. Negative. Okay, so but there's no like agreed place. Trade chat. That's it. Website? Yeah, I would use website. Like, I would do trades in Warframe. And I used to go... yeah, dude, like Warframe taught me all about that. I got ripped off in Warframe by going to like the one area everybody goes to like display their items above their head, or the trade chat. The moment I started using like Warframe trades or whatever, it definitely, I was like, dude, this is way better. It just messages them, they can respond, you meet in their dojo, and then you can do the trade. And it was always like 25 to 50% cheaper doing that, as opposed to walking around trying to sell and buy stuff. Yeah, I vastly prefer that. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, I should probably become a bear. Trying to trade currency can be a pain in the ass. Okay. Is there a limit on trading currency in Path of Exile? Nope. You can trade 20 stacks at a time. But you can just do as many trades as you want. Wait. Yeah, Path of Exile doesn't have like a gold currency, right? The main currency is like specific items. Because I think I remember that. There was like no gold in Path of Exile. Divine orbs and chaos orbs. Yeah, people would trade those items. That was like your currency. That's a T7. Might as well take it. I know I keep saying I'm going to clear out my stash. I got to be one of the early people with the whole mass trade rep thing and got ripped off too many times. I don't mass trade currency with anyone that I don't know personally. So can you not see the currency like before it's traded? Does it like have no confirm before you accept window? There is now. Oh, but back when you were doing it, there wasn't. Well, let's take the keys and put them. Oh, we're gonna have to create another key tab. There is now, you have to hover over every item before you accept, and if something changes, it resets the hover. The issue is the 20 stacks per trade. So, like, let's say divine orbs are equal to 200 chaos for one divine, 20 chaos per stack, but what if it's 240 chaos to a divine? Okay. Oh, I get what you're saying. You can only trade 20 at a time, so you tell somebody, you tell somebody, okay, yeah, I'll sell that to you for 200. So you trade them the item. So you trade them the item, and then they start to pay you in chaos orbs, and then I don't understand what you mean, Air Dragon. So they start to trade you more. Okay, seems we got some disagreement here in the chat. Reefer Sage is saying that there's never been an issue you can trade more than 20 stacks. When would that change have happened? Or Reefer, are you saying that's what it used to be like? Not Reefer, Air Dragon, are you saying that's what it used to be like, but it's changed now? This was what it was like in the bad old days. Have to hover over every item and accept. Okay. Okay, so if they try and pull a fast one on you, it changes. Is there like a different interface? I mean, yeah, divine orbs have never gone to a high enough value that one trade screen can't fit them, but like the essence to chaos trades, you can buy 200 of an essence that costs 10 chaos per. You have to trade. That means multiple trade windows to get what you want. That's a lot of space for silliness. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys are starting to lose me here. Like I can envision it in my head, but I'd probably have to see it to fully know what you guys are talking about. Since Path of Exile doesn't have a currency system, since they doesn't have like a in-game currency gold system. It's like Warframe. Yeah, but Warframe, everybody uses platinum. It's just one currency the whole way through, right? Okay, it works like Warframe, chat. Yes, on the plat, but the process is the same. So it's simpler on Warframe simply because they have a centralized currency in the form of in the form of platinum, but it's still relatively the same. Okay. And if you make any changes, it resets, which is good. It should reset. Air Dragon is right about Chaos and Divines. Got it. It already sounds like most people wouldn't even bother with that. They would just... they would just play the game. Trading and PoE is a big part of leagues. Yeah, because there's probably people who start later, right? And then they try to catch up. Does PoE have a real market trade problem? Real money market? Real money trade problem? Mostly selling all the extra stuff you're not using to trade into Chaos, then trading into Divines for in-game items. So why are Divine Orbs so valuable? Do they actually have a use in game, or does everybody just... or did somebody out there one time say, this is a currency, we should use this as a currency, since this game doesn't have a currency, and then everybody just kind of agreed, and that's how it became a currency? Crafting, and you can use them as an item to reroll the affix values on an item. Okay. We're in 218 corruption. Writing bird up. Okay. Bird up. Oh, I gotta use the other chat window. Okay. Bird up. Bam. I wrote it. Was at my writing, I meant. Oh boy, yeah, you lost me, Reefer. All right. Well, welcome on in, everybody. If we have already covered the trading news that dropped today, we will be doing an upload to YouTube tomorrow, taking sections of that out. If you are curious, I can give you a breakdown. Oh man. I'm saying I think my writing was poorly written before the writing bird up message. Okay. Sidetracked. Okay, okay. Okay, so now that we've already gone over everything, have you guys made up your minds like which factions you'd be interested in playing? Obviously, we can just change. According to the documents, we can just change which faction we're going to be. At any point, though, we'd have to level each faction separately. It certainly seems like Circle of Fortune is the way to go. Essentially, each currency item is one crafting option button. Okay. Why does my guy feel so slow? Chaos will reroll an item completely randomly, and an alchemy orb would upgrade an item to rare quality. Okay. So we're still talking Path of Exile at this point. Like what the different crafting options are and why these items are desirable and used as currency. That would do some sort of crafting button. Just finish what I was saying. Okay. Hey, what up, Sniffy Matt? Boy, that's difficult to explain to without you looking at the game now. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be hard to explain for somebody who hasn't gotten that far into Path of Exile, especially when you're talking about in-game trading and you're trying to use these different items. I think I understand the gist of what you're saying. All items that have crafting potential are also valuable as currency, but some are more valuable than others, and that's why there's a currency hierarchy, and why chaos is worth more is worth less than divine orbs. Did I summarize that pretty well? How was your day? Hey, my day went pretty well today, Sniffy Matt. We actually took a look at the trading factions that are coming out. we're going to have two different types of factions. We're going to have like the Merchants Guild. They're all about finding items and trading items with other players through a bazaar. Or you can have the Circle of Fortune, which is all about increased drop rates, but your trading's vastly limited. Pretty close, yeah. Okay. Okay. That does create a bit of a conundrum, though. In my opinion, that creates a bit of a conundrum, because, what if you... Like, what if you actually want to use the items as a crafting option, but then you're like, no, I'll be poor. Yeah, how was your day, Sniffy? Sniffy, mate? There we go. Oh, we got another arena, Harrods Arena. You don't really want to use them that way until making currency doesn't matter anymore. I got you. You'll really want to start using the items in Path of Exile to tune your gear once you have the gear that you're gonna need for the league. Until then, they're better off as currency. Overall, good day. The wife and I are making some lasagna for dinner. Hey, that sounds delicious. My wife made me a big old massive bowl of pho when I got home. You really only use a divine in that way too. Got it. Yeah, once you have your build locked, until then you're just gonna save it as currency. Try to min-max your affix rolls. Yeah. It's a good system, though, when you understand it. Someone called the weatherman. It's about to be a lightning storm. That's right. We're bringing the lightning. Some call me Thunder Bear. How far are you in the scaling of this mode? There's a web page that lets you simulate using the items in crafting and PoE. Very friendly to experiment with. Site is not super user friendly, but good once you mostly figure it out. How far are you into the scaling off of this mode? Okay, so Sniffy Matt, we are at 200 corruption. 218 corruption to be exact. Is it getting more difficult? Yeah, it's getting a little bit more difficult, but our bear is hardy. He's strong. So hardy. Yeah. He's so cheesegasm. Jeez. Honestly, we might go check out the Soulfire Bastion today. Yeah, let's run a couple more echoes and then let's go check out the Soulfire Bastion, try and get some better items. Do you put points into stats? No, you don't put points into stats like your strength, dexterity, intelligence, attunement, and vitality. No, you don't put points into that. You get that from your gear. You'll get like this one dropped with 16 strength, this one dropped with like 16 strength, this one dropped with like 8. We're able to manipulate this one and craft it into 8 strength. That sort of thing. What you do put points into is you put points into your passive tree, which gives you certain passives. Like this one right here grants us damage reduction. This one grants us strength and damage reduction, that sort of thing. And then you also put points into your skills. So right now we're specialized into 5 skills. Each skill, each ability has its own skill tree. So you know, like in Diablo, how like let's take Diablo 4 for instance. You know how they kind of have you pick an ability and then you can invest like 2 or 3 points into it to kind of modify what that ability does to make it a little bit better, and then that's it. So imagine that system but on steroids in Last Epoch. You pick your ability and then you can completely manipulate what it does with your skill points. Yeah. So when I play the game, I just need to take a look at Wick. What do you mean by Wick? Well, I guess we'll take it. It's tier 7. Which class does bleeding damage? Well, for sure, Sentinels do bleeding damage, and then I believe Druids can also spec into bleeding damage. Beyond that, probably Rogues. I haven't played enough of Rogue to be able to speak out on that. So in this game, bleeding damage is essentially a damage over time. It's you're essentially causing physical damage over time damage. So some classes can specialize that better than others in terms of application. Also, if you're running a damage over time build, I feel I haven't tried any sort of build where I just like went straight bleed damage, trying to just bleed somebody out. So I'm not exactly sure what that would look like. Also, thanks for the raid last night. That was awesome. You're very welcome, Reefer. You've been rocking with me for months now, man. One of my staunchest supporters here on Twitch. I'm glad I can help you out. When did you start streaming, by the way? Yeah, there's a spin to win in here. Sentinels can do it. It's called Warpath. I believe that can apply bleed damage. You started streaming last month and you just hit 50 followers? Let's go. Because, I mean, you were already at 45 before I rated you, man. So you already did a lot of the legwork. I did think it was funny though. You come over to the last Epoch one day and got like such a massive boost, bro. That's awesome. This community is great. Jake's Happy Place helped you? Why did he choose the name Jake's Happy Place? Because I saw your profile. You said your name is Jake. I'm gonna keep calling you Reefer, but I mean, why did he name himself Jake's Happy Place? Because his name is not Jake. His name is Jake too. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Oh, you followed Reefer? Yeah, Reefer's a great guy, man. You've been best friends since first grade because of it. Awesome. Yeah, Sniffy. Reefer's been one of my staunchest supporters on here. This guy's always here. He started streaming last month. Hit that 50 followers, man. Now you just got to get that watch time. Once you get that watch time, man, assuming you want to accept affiliate and become an affiliate here on Twitch, man, let me know. I'm gonna sub to you, bro. Average is 2.92 out of 3 right now. Oh, so you're getting close. You're getting close. You're now at that point in time where you're like, okay, I got to pick and choose what I play and make sure people are watching, because you don't want that average to go down. Because you'll have one great day and your average will go up, and then you'll go play some random game, get one viewer for 3 hours, that lowers your average. Yeah, they'll reach out to you. That's what happened to me after I hit that 3 average viewer thing, which is funny because I actually hit that before I hit my follower goal. It was like the moment I hit 50 followers, like the next day or 2 days later or something like that, Twitch was like, hey, you want to become an affiliate? Of course I was like, yes, please. Though the one thing I didn't understand that well was the whole ads thing. I thought I could just turn off ads and just, you know, I would just not earn any ad revenue. And then Twitch is like, you thought you could turn off ads, you loser. Davis, who is the other Jake to me. We do streams together, variety mostly, but I'm going to play a lot of ARPGs for sure. Yeah, that's kind of where I've always enjoyed ARPGs, and so far that's where I've gotten most of my viewership. Got to go. Talk to you guys later. Hey, catch you later, man. Enjoy the lasagna. Yeah, I was... I was in for a rude awakening when that happened, because like the first day I became affiliate, I was like, oh no, let's turn off all this ads. Yeah. So I thought I had ads turned off on the day I hit affiliate, and then I had like the lowest viewership I had in like weeks on last Epoch. And I didn't understand why, and then it turns out everybody was having to watch pre-rolls coming into the channel, so they were just like, fuck this, and they were leaving. I was like, but I got ads turned off. Like, what's going on? And Twitch is like, fine, we'll take that money and put pre-rolls on your stream, loser. They make an ad block for that. It's YouTube that's really going after the ad blockers. Twitch probably doesn't care, right? Or are they trying to fight ad blockers too, right? Twitch cares a lot. But are they fighting ad blockers the same way YouTube is? Like, YouTube's talking about banning people for using ad blockers. Have fought it more than I've seen on YouTube. Oh, wow. Okay. YouTube has never yelled at you for using ad blockers. Okay. In your experience. I do so much YouTube, and my family does so much YouTube. We just signed up for YouTube Premium. We got the family plan. And it helps support creators if I'm watching their stuff, because they'll earn money off of YouTube Premium. But yeah, I didn't go the ad blocker route. I don't have like any moral high ground here. If you're using ad blockers, awesome. You're like, actually though, I do watch on my phone and that has ads, so because they're short, not 2 minutes of BS. Yeah. From what I understand, though, on YouTube, if you're doing a live stream, you can actually turn ads off, which I think is awesome. So it's no big deal. But then, holy, what in the world happened? We lost half our viewership. Not a PC, though. Hell nah, dude. Yeah, they're making them pretty... What in the world happened here? Okay, no, I think OBS is messing up. I grew up in the 90s. F ads, yeah. All that TV. I use a complicated system to kill ads. Well, not terribly hard. I block the ad server at the router level. Oh! I see. It's complicated. Well, actually, not all that complicated. I just block the server. The Brave browser. I've never tried that one out. Is that the one that's like for gamers apparently? No. Okay. I was thinking of one that had like a lion on it. That's not the Brave Browser. That's Opera. Okay. And Google Chrome, lion is Brave. Okay. They do stuff with crypto. Ah. So what is it? Use our browser, earn crypto? Okay, let's see where this... I believe it was in the Ruined era. Okay, that's Lightless Arbor. Maybe it's the Imperial era. Oh, there's the Soulfire. So we gotta go to Risen Lake, up to Feldwood, up to... I think as it blocks ads, you build small amounts of crypto. Oh, wait. You gotta use the browser to block ads and then earn money because earn crypto because you blocked because you blocked the ads. That is hilarious. But your boy the Backhand is the tech dude that recommended it to you. Oh, okay. Okay, why can't we go over there? Okay, I guess we gotta go the other way. Okay, is this the... No, that's the ruins. I don't want to go down the ruins. Okay, I guess I gotta go up here to get to the Feldwood. I mean, this might be it right up here. The Feldwood. Okay. So they block other ads, but then you watch the ads from Brave? Pretty much. Okay. Like, what can you buy with that currency? Alright, we made it to the Soulfire Bastion. I believe you can actually trade for normal crypto. Okay. Okay, let's see. Soulfire Bastion keys. Let's just pull out like 4 of them. Let's run some Soulfire. Yeah, we haven't run this dungeon before, so this is going to be a cakewalk. You won't touch crypto. I won't touch crypto either, man. I've seen I've been building PCs long enough to see 3 bubbles. And they all burst. You know, 2013, there was a big bubble, it burst. 2018, there was a big bubble, it burst. 2022, there was a massive bubble, a huge bubble. Then that one burst. People were losing their shirts with that one. I don't really mess with it, but hey, why not if I can possibly make enough to cover a game or something? Yeah, I see where you're leaning with that. Pick up something digital with it. Meaning the kind of people they are, the IRS will likely calculate an interest on what you owe. Oh yeah, because it's a commodity, right? It has value. And they just haven't written a tax code for it yet. It's in a status of whatever the IRS decides. 10% is refunded. Okay, let's do this. Because I know this dungeon has multiple doors you can choose. They all give a different modifier. This one's pretty weak, though. I mean, everything being level 45. We want to be at least doing tier 3s. Since they are not writing tax rules, they can be like, it's taxed 40% this year, and then 70% the next. Yeah, I see how you can get hit with a massive bill if you're not paying attention. Did not hurt that my old job outright would fire me if you had any as well. Ooh, yeah, that makes sense considering what you were doing before. What's this give? The lowest tier affix of each exalted item from... excuse me, sir. Has a 40% chance to roll perfectly within its tier, but it's the lowest tier. Let's find a different door. Plus, we can earn some more currency. Each affix on a rare item from the Soul Gambler has a 20% chance to roll twice. That's a rare item. We want something that affects exalted items. That's obviously what we're going for here. How do you switch your elemental attunement from fire to ice? Oh, in this mode, you press D. D. I have the power of the elements. Oh, it costs currency every time I do that. Oh, that's hilarious. I just burn through a stack of the currency and just a troll. Alright, I'm gonna say worth. That map is huge. Yeah, well, we already found an exit, but in Soulfire Bastion, each door, depending on which door you take, will affect the vendor. So we found a door that it's like rare items give you better affixes. We found one that so we could have already left, but I was looking for a better door. I might be stuck with those two though. Sure, we'll take this one. It's getting cold in here. Warm up my hands. My hands are getting cold. Okay, proceed. Here we go. Here's the boss. He should be pretty easy because we're at a lower level. Oh, yeah, he drops loot, doesn't he? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We came here for the vendor. We got a stack of currency. Let's, okay, what do we want? We probably want gloves, right? No, he has no gloves. He's got a ton of boots. What about belts? Oh, let's do helmets. Bone armor. Let's just sell that. Boot. sell that. Let's... Accessories. Okay, cool. Let's check out the reins.
Yeah, lucky you.
Elemental damage. No, get rid of that.
Lucky you.
Get rid of that. What about amulets?
Lucky you.
Definitely get rid of that.
Lucky.
Bleeding Heart. No LP. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's... Or actually, no. What we should do is... Oh, well, we're going back to town. Let's go back to the Soulfire. Let's run that again. Because the good thing is the currency you earn in the dungeon while you're still logged in as that character, you can save the currency for another dungeon run. So it's not like you got to spend all the currency right there. Looks like we got ads on Twitch. Hold on. All right. Ads are over. Welcome on in, everybody. If you're here for more information on the item factions, we talked about that at the start of the stream, but a brief overview. You're going to have two different factions. You're going to have the Merchants Guild and the Circle of Fortune. Merchants Guild, the more you level it up, the more items you can trade with other players in the bazaar. Circle of Fortune is you get better loot drops the more you level up the guild, and your trading is drastically different. It's kind of like the trading we have now. You can gift an item to somebody who's in your party when that item drops, and there's certain requirements on that. They have to be a certain level with the faction guild. Looks very promising. We will be doing an upload, and I should have that upload on my YouTube channel by tomorrow. So, brief overview. A lot of fun. I'm definitely going Circle of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going Circle of Fortune. So right now we're just playing the game and farming. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, I'll be more than happy to help you out. What would you suggest a new player? Okay. That's kind of a broad question. What would I suggest? Like what class you should play? Or is this in reference to the factions that I'm talking about? Yeah, the factions. Okay. What would I suggest for a new player? Okay, I'm thinking, I'm a new player. I don't know a whole lot about the game. Me, personally, I would do Circle of Fortune. And here's why. The reason why I would do that is I would get better... I mean, a class would also be nice. You're still learning. Okay. Let's answer your first question. So I would do Circle of Fortune because you're probably still going to be learning about the game. Just because you can trade with other players doesn't mean what you're going to be buying is a good deal. Because you don't know enough about the game yet. Assuming you don't know enough about the game because the factions come out on release. So assuming that you're trying to learn more about the game, it's going to be kind of hard to know, oh, this is a good deal, I need this for my build. Whereas if you're just getting better drops right off the get, you can experiment more. And I think that'll be more important. So I would recommend Circle of Fortune. That's me personally. Now, if you're somebody who's into guides and you know what kind of items you need, then maybe the trading faction would be something that you're interested in, because you might go look up this guide on Max Roll, Icy Veins, Last Epoch, Tools, whatever. And you're like, oh, I need this item. And then you go out there and you're looking for it and you can't find it. But you might be able to find that exact item that you're looking for on the merchant skill. So there's a catch-22. I'm assuming you're going to be a player who's jumping into the game. Maybe you just want a few tips and tricks, but you want to experience the game for yourself. I would recommend Circle of Fortune. You would get more loot and you can experiment more. Now for your next question. What class would I recommend you playing? That's going to really come down to your preference and play style. I think the Paladin is a great class to play at first because their kit's very user friendly. You can stack up a lot of resistances in the skill tree, in the passive skill tree, and with the ability Holy Aura. That can definitely help you. That way you're not trying to always stack resistances on your gear, but again, that's going to come down to preference. If you like minions, you're probably going to be better off with Necromancer or maybe even Beastmaster in the Primalist class. That allows you to summon particular like animal companions that can travel with you, and they can get stronger depending on your gear. Same thing with the Necromancer, but I feel like the Necromancer minions are a little bit more, how shall we say, disposable, but it's still a lot of fun. If you're into range, the Sentinel is probably not going to suit you well right there. In terms of range classes, you got the Mage class, technically the Acolyte class, that's the class the Necromancer is under, and the Rogue class. They have a Bow Master, Singer, whatever. I personally love melee, so I think the Sentinel class is very good, and I love the Paladin Mastery the most out of the Sentinel class. Druid under the Primalist class is very strong as well. That's what I'm playing right now. It allows me to transform into different things. Shield Throw Paladin's pretty good. See, I haven't played Shield Throw. I love melee, so I guess that's a good point. There might be ranged options underneath these classes. I would say are melee classes, because I'm such a gun-ho melee guy. Actually, now I think about it, I liked Hammered In. That was a ranged class, so yeah, I'd say Paladin's very versatile. You can play melee, you can play ranged, and you get Holy Aura, which is a huge buff that helps a lot in the early game, and even the late game. It becomes indispensable in the late game. Paladin is what I'm going to be playing when the game releases. It was my first class here on Last Epoch, and I love it. Paladin does have Smite as a skill, and it is pretty valuable in some builds, but it's not like, oh, you're a Paladin that's not using Smite, your build is dog shit. No, it's not like that. In defensive LE as a whole, there's really no class that cannot get to endgame. Yes, this is very true. I will say this, Silky Kittens. You could play just about any class, and I can't think of a single build. Like, I got to endgame, to Empowered Monoliths, playing some random freaking Paladin build I made up that was not optimized at all, and I had a blast. There's an idol that has a chance to proc Smite on a throwing attack. Yes, there is. It's very popular with Hammered In builds that the hammers kind of just swirl around you, and then that when the hammers hit people, it procs Smite. I can't believe it. As a Paladin lover, I didn't think of Hammered In. I need to get my Paladin card revoked. I mean, that was a rookie mistake on my part. Yeah. I used Volka's Nova Hammered In build when I played Hammered In. It was very fun. I know I'm playing Paladin. I don't know what build I'm gonna play. Probably just something I kind of come up with, you know, like that Void Knight build that I did was heck of fun. And I think it was just the fact that I came up with it on my own without referencing a guide. Now I don't know if anybody else had ever done it. I'm not gonna act like I'm the only one who thought of these combinations. No, but it was fun discovering that on my own. So yeah, I hope that would I need a build or can I go in blind? I would say go in blind. Me personally, I would say go in blind. You can do just about whatever and get to end game. Now, once you're trying to progress through end game, maybe you'll reference a guide just to help you out. But I would say just play the game blind. Just follow some basic tips like get your armor up, get your resistances up, try and get them as close to cap as possible. That helps a lot. Critical strike avoidance, that might be more of a in-game thing, but try and get that up. Your endurance as well. And then, you know, find a combination that you like and try out different characters. Don't be afraid to play a character, get to the mastery, unlock the mastery. Ellie does not need a guide. Listen to Bike on basic defense. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're not going to need a spreadsheet. My first playthrough was my own Cinder Strike build and I had a ton of fun. Yeah. My first build, my first playthrough with Paladin, I did like this judgment. I would throw down judgment on the ground to like just cause this damage over time, and then I would use Warpath on Paladin, which is like Whirlwind from Diablo, and I would just spin on top of them as they're burning alive. Now, when I got to end game, that wasn't very effective, but it got me to end game. And it was just something I came up with on my own. Another thing I would recommend, if you're playing through the game and you're trying to create like a really competitive, like you want to progress past the first stages of endgame, hover over your abilities and see what they scale with. Like this ability right here, it scales with lightning, melee, area, movement, strength, and attunement. So if I know I want to be focusing on using Maul as one of my main damage abilities, if I have lightning affixes on my gear as well as melee affixes and maybe even strength and attunement, I know that the damage of this ability will go up. Oh, yeah. We definitely want that. Random thought about that dev video. Hot dang, did the game look good. Can't wait for the graphics update. For sure. I know I can make the game look better than it does right now on my screen, but that's because I play in streamer mode. It creates a more, how do we say, it creates a smoother gameplay for when I'm streaming, since I play and stream off the same computer. But I think the game looks great right now. It's going to look even better. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, my gameplay looks pretty simple just because I play with streamer mode on. Oh, whoops. And he got cooked. That was the boss, ladies and gentlemen. And he dropped nothing. Literally dropped nothing.
Fantastic work. For most small matters, delight when I give you my reward.
Accessory, so we can do relics. That could be a lot of fun. Let's see. Chess pieces. Our chess pieces alright. Our helmet could be a little bit better. Okay. Gloves. Well, let's keep buying these gloves. We need exalted gloves. There we go. We found our first exalted. No, can't really use that. Raziel's Pride. Okay, so we get armor, mana, strength, lightning resistance. What's the range on the strength? So you can get up to a 15% strength. Honestly, this just looks like a solid, like, unique, just in terms of stats. It's not better than what I already have, but if you can get like an LP3 on this, then get your mana regeneration up. Could be a thing. Could be a thing. I am gonna sell that though. So. Let's take a look at the weapons. I don't really feel like we can try a one-handed sword, see what we get exalted. Is it a crystal sword? No. Let's get rid of that. Alright, let's buy one relic. Alright. Let's run through the dungeon again at a higher difficulty. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a snack real quick, guys. I'm kind of hungry, so I will be right back. Okay, we are back. So I'm a cook by trade, and I made some quesadillas at work the other day, and still good. I mean, the tortilla's not as crispy, but I don't care. I fold it over like pizza and I dip it in the salsa. All right, let's get back to it. Finally sitting down, but going to still be lurking. And no problem, Marvel. I appreciate the support, man. Hope the maps are going well. We're doing some dungeons right now, but yeah, they're going pretty well. It's not something a game has to have, but I love being able to crank my graphics up to 11, so I want to just steal that devs build and play. Oh, yeah. That's fine. Yeah, absolutely, man. Especially, you know, games that we play on PC. Especially if you invested a decent amount of money into your rig, man. You want to use it. Okay. Okay, sure. I'll take a 20% chance to refund. Let's go. Oh man, do I ever thank goodness the wife is okay with it? Hey man, I'm glad you got somebody who supports you. Excuse me. Excuse me. I apologize. I felt that one coming on as I was like saying that last sentence. I'm like, oh no, get away from the mic. The only thing I don't like about this microphone, it's got a mute button here, but it's finicky. It's like a little touch mute, and half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. It's not like my old mic, the Blue Yeti. That one was a button, not a little touch sensor pad. But I really like the sound quality of this one. The Blue Yeti was just so sensitive, man. It would just pick up everything. This one, it still picks up stuff, but unless you're like right here, it's not as prominent as it was. That's why I went with this one. Plus, this one also has XLR support, so if I ever want to set up an analog board and a preamp and that sort of thing, the only catch to have is I make sure is at least as good as the only catch is I have to make sure hers is hers. Oh, I thought you were saying here's. I'm like, well, here's what? Hers has to be just as good. Interesting. So unintentionally, my wife's computer actually got a pretty beefy upgrade. When I built this one, it was at the end of 2022. I went a bit of a budget slash, like I made the best use of all the sales as I could. And I built this computer for gaming. I wasn't focusing on streaming. It's an all AMD rig, which is really good for gaming. Now, as for streaming, the graphics card, in my opinion, is not the best for streaming as a codec, so I use the processor. Now, that limits the kind of games I can play because it's an 8-core processor. And some games just want to use all 8 cores, and it just puts too much of a strain on the computer. So, action RPGs like this, it's a lot easier to stream this, have a good quality stream, and still get good quality gameplay. If I knew I was going to be streaming when I built the computer, I probably would have tried to get an Nvidia card, but all the AMD cards were on sale, man. It was hard to ignore that. Yeah, I think AMD is very good just for gaming, but for content creation, it's not as good, so I have to use the processor to stream. It looked like garbage when I streamed with the graphics card as the codec. The AMD needs to really step up their game on that. Each affix on a rare item has a 25%. No. We want something that gives us exalted. We might be looking around for another door. Might be looking a while. I wanted to get a 4080, 4090, but the cost was just too much. Went with a 4070 Ti because I could get it for MSRP and not some scalper's wet dream price. Yeah. Well, you know the story about the 4070 Ti, right? That actually used to be a 4080. They were going to release 2 different tiers of the 4080, and there was backlash over that. They were going to have a cheaper. They were going to have a cheaper 4080 and then a more premium 4080, but they were both going to be called 4080. I don't know if there was Backlash or might have been Backlash. I can't remember exactly, but they ended up cutting the cheaper 4080 and keeping like the $1,200 one. And then later on, they released the 4070 Ti, which is the exact same model they were going to release. Just they called it 4070 Ti. All the money scheme for the 40 series was bonkers dumb. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I was so I'm the kind of guy when it comes to PC hardware. When I'm in the market for building, I just absorb all this knowledge, and then once I've built something, I'll kind of like keep up to date on it for a little bit. And then eventually I'll kind of fall off. I'm running a 6700 XT. I picked this thing up for less than 400. It was like 350, like Black Friday sale or something. And it came with a couple games. And the power of this card is very strong. I just wish it looked better on stream. But that's okay. That's okay. I got the processor. The processor is fine. It's a 5800X. So not the 5800X 3D. It's just a 5800X. As long as I can get 60 frames per second. The prices on the new Supers coming out are looking really nice. Oh, hell yeah, the 6700X. Yeah, when I was like, because I put this entire build together, completely brand new build. Like brand new RAM, brand new everything. I put that entire build together and I think I got it down close to 1,000. It was like 1,100. I got like 2 NVMe's in there. I got a 3 gigabyte HD drive just for mass storage. And then I got the only thing I transferred over was my boot drive from my old computer. It's a old 240 gigabyte like SATA SSD that I've had for years that I've just transferred from one build to the next. It's still going. I've had no problems. I've only had to reinstall Windows once, so it's still though I say that now and it's like I'm tempting fate. It's actually, it might die now. Especially when I got 2 1 terabyte NVMe's in there. It's like I didn't want to do the whole I didn't want to re-image it, basically. I was lazy. Now the NVMe's are just filled up with games. Ashes of Mortality. Sure, why not? I don't think I have an Ashes of Mortality on this character.
Fantastic work. Formosus will clatter with delight when I give him my rewards.
I get it. I have my whole naked Windows install ready to rock from my backup server. Oh, there you go. All right. Helmets, I think, are always valuable because you might actually get something with some affixes on there that you're looking for the druid. Okay, health, that's something. Spent 7 to 8 years in data management and got me some nice older but still large scale equipment on the cheap. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like are you talking like large platter drives? Like you're able to get like 10 terabyte drives or something? Or are you talking about servers? Oh, you got a rack. Ah, got it. Increased thrown attack speed, that could be useful. No, I mean, I'm probably not going to be playing Paladin, but by the time we get to launch, I might as well just start selling a lot of this gear. Silva Frond. Oh, let's keep this, but let's sell that. All right, I got two 10 terabyte drives. I'm counting down to when they die. You know, those mechanical drives, they're weird, man. Like, you'll get one that dies after like 3 years, and then you'll have one that's still kicking it, man. It's still rocking it since like 2009. Dude, they're still really popular, the platter drives. I'm surprised that they're still somewhat pricey. I mean, I get it. You can get a platter drive with, like, you know, you have a 512 megabyte HDD from 25 years ago and it still runs. Excuse me. You use it on the daily? What do you use that it can only hold 512 megabytes? Will you put like text documents on that? Okay, let's try this at tier 4. It's used to play games from that age. One of my favorites, Dungeon of the Necromancer. Oh, okay. Does it just like run better on older equipment? Like the emulation isn't there? Do you have like an older PC from 25 years ago? Still running like old school Windows 98 or 95? By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in and you're interested on information about the trading factions, feel free to go ahead and ask. Or if you're just here for gameplay, I don't want to just keep saying it over and over again when we see a bit of a bump in viewership, because there's probably some people here who are like, man, this is like the 10th time this guy's mentioned what's going on with factions. I just wanted to watch some Druid gameplay, so I figured I'd just say that right now. Yep, got it. It's an old laptop, which is funny for the day and age. Probably cost like $8 grand. Jeez. Yeah, you know what? That's true. Those laptops back then were so expensive. Guy at a garage sale for $15. New in box. I mean, it's hard to get excited about such an old piece of tech, but at the same time, you actually got a use for it. The games from that era just run better on that. The emulation isn't there. Emulation exists. This is just simpler, and truth be told, it just feels better playing on the original as intended. I gotcha. I have ring. Let's go. Oh shit. I got mixed up with a group that was just like had both types. Honestly, I was kind of over that dungeon anyway. Let's get back to monoliths. Screw the currency. So, Air Dragon, are you working from home tomorrow? Nope. So, what about the kids? What about the babies? Or are they old enough? Gonna wash themselves when as a teenager. Got it. Alright, next dungeon. Next monolith. What a massive block. It looks like the path is good to go, and then it's like, no, it's sight. Like sanguinous, alright. What is going on? Just let me move. Jeez. Okay, we got a tier 7 movement speed increase. Has armor, dodge rating. This would be a good one to save and put on a pair of boots. Like unique boots turn into a legendary. %, of health lost per second, 20% of missing health gained as ward. Oh, jeez. Let's go. Some say we call this the Wolverine build. Swipe and claw your way to success. Using today's build, the Wolverine build. Tear into your enemy. Viscerally remove their guts. I kind of fell off the train on that one. Not me, I swear. We could talk about this. Look at that attack speed. Okay, how about this? Ferociously tear out your enemy's guts. Use the Wolverine build today. Alright, I think that one works a little bit better. Ah. All right, Beetle Boy, let's get going. Yeah. So slow. I'm running through mud. All right, we're back to normal. Anything good? No. Keep on going. Run, run, run. Did you know that some bears have been known to run as fast as 35 miles an hour? I'm sure there's some that have been clocked going faster. Run! Bears give great cuddles before they eat you. Everybody's leaving. Rune of Creation. Oh boy. Endurance threshold. Okay. Okay, we can live with that. Well, let's keep it going. See what else we get on this. Weaver's Will. Weaver's Will is a mechanic in Last Epoch that randomly adds affixes to an item that already has affixes, thus creating a legendary item. It is complete RNG. As you see here, this item still has 12 Weaver's Will. Excuse me. In order to maximize the efficiency of this item, it must be equipped as you are tearing through enemies. Eventually, through RNG and XP, it'll be fully leveled up and you will see what you get. It's like a Jack in the Box. Wing guards. No, thank you. Again, with the slows, we are running through mud. right, for today's stream. Anybody who was here for the Dwarven stream a couple days ago, shout out to you guys. We're going back to the world of last Epoch. Oh, no thank you. 16% increased health, sure. Flat health, sure. Flat health, sure. Okay, let's just go throw this all in the big old bank o' stuff. What have we gotten on here? +1 to Warcry. Hey, let's go. We actually use Warcry. All right, there we go. What else do we get on here? We got +1 to Warcry, +2 to Strength, +31 Endurance Threshold. So Warcry right here is getting a bit of a boost. You now place down a totem for 3 seconds that repeatedly uses Warcry. No. No. Okay. No, thank you. Let's keep going. All right, amulet drop. Lightning striking ahead. Oh, we are close to another level up. Oh, let's go. No, we don't need it. What is it? No, we don't need that. Amulet. No, we don't need Chromira's essence. Summon Spriggan. Cool. Entangling roots. Cool. No, thank you. Okay, so how many do we gotta do? We probably just gotta do one more. No, we do not want critical strike avoidance. Let's go down here and grab this one. Let's go. Level 97, we did it. Now the next level up will be in like 2 or 3 days of gameplay. Come on, you can die. Oh, they got so many modifiers. Just go down, let it happen. Okay. Okay. All right, let's check something. Let's check something real quick. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, let's go back to clearing out a couple more. Thank you for everybody who's been making it out today. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are all having a good one tonight. Anybody excited about the trading news? If you weren't here earlier, we reacted to the trailer live. We will be doing an upload. I say we. I constantly say we. I will be doing an upload to YouTube. Try and get that out there tomorrow. In case you weren't here for the start of the stream. If you would like a breakdown, I'd be more than happy to give you a brief summary. But yeah, we did that. We talked about it for a little bit, and we've just been doing gameplay. Jeez. Come on. They getting thick. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. Had a great day today. Thank you for everybody who made it out and taking part in the discussions. Really appreciate having you guys here. We will go ahead and raid somebody. This guy is really close. He's a friend of mine. This guy is getting really close to getting affiliate. He just needs a little extra help. Right now, he is not playing Last Epoch, but he does stream the game. He's playing a different game right now. Send you guys over there. If you can show him some love, I understand if you guys want adios and go to somebody watching Last Epoch. But I'm trying to help my buddy out here, Reefer Sage. Thank you so much for everybody who's here. We're gonna go ahead and start this raid. Appreciate you guys. I believe we will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing more Druid madness, probably jumping into some dungeons. And yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, you guys take care. Have yourselves a good one. Cheers. And YouTube, you guys are awesome. Thank you for riding with me. We're gonna get an upload onto the channel just to break down the information for you guys. Anyway, you guys take care.
Appreciate you, dude. Playing some Atomic Hearts tonight. Trying to figure out where I need to go. How's everybody else doing? and everything's glitching because the game's crazy. Yo, Frozen Sun, thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Just do this for tonight. How is everyone? How was the end of your last Epoch stream? Couldn't come up with the word I wanted to use, but man. Oh yeah, dude. So, yeah, it took a lot for me to get it out, I guess, but I don't know. I didn't know any other way to describe it. And leaving it without describing it does no good, right? So,
talking corp.
or leaving it without describing it the right way. Where's this dude's body at? Okay, bro. Oh, I was actually playing it earlier before I started upstream. It's just my buddy Davis and I was talking earlier. We do like every couple weeks we'll do like a podcast sort of thing and